We asked for nominations from just about every commission member. It could actually come from anywhere. So anyone who knows of someone who has done something throughout that year, that warrants the award, they get nominated. So there's actually some members here tonight that aren't part of the commission, but they've done great things for the town. So these are all the people that have been nominated, and I'll try to just speak briefly about the reason why they were nominated. First is Sue Perez, who does so much for the Mount Airy Net. And we had a gift, Mary, if you could hold that up. How about a hand for Vanna White? So when you think about 2021 and going through, hopefully, what will be the tail end of the pandemic, the Mount Airy Net was vital to the town. So Sue Perez was an excellent nominee. All these people are. The next nominee was Kelly Green, who volunteers so much with NAMSA. The third volunteer who was nominated is here, and that is Mike Dixon. You were nominated for all the work that you have done on commission, and then other matters throughout the town. If you come up, we have a gift for you. So, sorry. That's okay. You look a bit surprised.
It's like banana bread.
It's not banana bread. I think maybe it's worth explaining what's in there. There is a knife, a cutlery knife that is engraved
with Mount Airy Loves Volunteers. Because we kept everything local, everything came from our local stores. And then there is, in the card, there's a $50 gift card to Wagner's Meat Locker. And I know it's a gift. And then there's tea towels, and there's a little tote bag from Mount Airy, and a mouse pad, and a really cute little like camp knife, fork, and spoon, and straw gizmo that's in there. So you'll like your gift.
That is cool.
I nominate Mary for the Gift Commission.
All right, next up, another volunteer has done multiple things throughout the town. Matt Hurd, if you could come up. Not just so much with the, of course, the volunteer fire company, but Matt's also in charge of the real estate that Mary and I own over in Pine Grove Cemetery.
For the Historical Society.
Also,
Yes.
even though we didn't have our bingo last year, and
June 24th this year.
and helped so much with the duck race as well. So thank you for everything that you
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Next member is that we recognize Larry Valet, if you could come up. Anybody who's been to the museum and looked at the train set that models Mount Airy in the museum, Larry Valet put all that together. He's truly an artist. The stuff he does is amazing. And when you go in there, you can actually find a itty bitty me in there standing up, and our dog.
And Hong Kong.
It's incredible. Members, there was an entire commission that was put up for the Volunteer of the Year award, and this commission did so much throughout the year. They actually went through 2 election cycles, a recount. A lot of work was done, so they were put up for the awards. So we're going to recognize all those commissions except for one. So, but right now, Mark Moxley is not here, but Anne Marie Duckett, if you could come up. And Mark Moxley is included in that group as well. I have to admit there's actually a bonus prize in this because we actually found a tip jar back there, the staff did. So they took the tips that were in the jar and they included them in the award, but we don't know how much money it is. So I'll go ahead and read this nomination and I think y'all will figure it out pretty quick. I nominated this person as a 2021 Volunteer of the Year. In addition to this person's work with the MAVFC, he serves as the fire company liaison at the monthly town council meetings. As the chairman of the Board of Supervisors of Elections, have we figured it out yet? Bruce stepped up to the huge responsibility of running 2 town elections and 1 recount during a contentious election cycle. His leadership and hands-on management ensured that the citizens of Mount Airy could feel confident that a fair and honest election took place. In these times when democracy seems to be under attack and the election process questioned, we are extremely fortunate to have Bruce in charge of our elections. As a member of the Board of Supervisors of Elections, I attended numerous meetings with Bruce as he worked out a system of internal controls over both elections and the recount. His contributions resulted in 2 elections that went without a hitch and a recount that is open, transparent, and accurate. And I lost. This was an extraordinary year and an extraordinary individual used his management and leadership skills to serve the citizens of Mount Airy. Selecting Bruce as the 2021 Volunteer of the Year will give him the recognition that he so deserves. Bruce, number 2.
I'd like to thank the person that put my nomination forward. I'd also like to thank the selection committee for selecting me for this high honor. It means a lot. It shows the strength of our community, the fact that at a time when election officials across the country are coming under, we are able to come together and have a good, fair, and equitable election. We will be doing this next year. At this time, we will actually be in the election cycle. And so we're looking forward to doing that. It was a challenging year. We had to do an election in the face of COVID. We had issues with the format of the special election because of some issues in the state government over a lawsuit concerning disabled voters. So we had to switch from paper ballots to machine voting. So we also were able to have charter amendment changes made to make the election process run more smoothly. We moved the election date so as not to have this conflict with the town council meetings. And we also instituted a provision for an automatic recount so that wasn't incumbent on the person to call for one. That could happen automatically. And interestingly enough, when we did the special election, I had 3 scripts. One for, there was a clear winner. One, we had a very close election and we had to do an automatic recount. And then the third was, well, if we actually had a tie. So I was glad it was not that it was a landslide or anything of that nature, but the fact that it was a clear indication the town spoke and they made their choice. So I would like to also thank everyone that came out to vote. We had one of the largest voter turnouts, and I hope that trend will continue in future elections. So again, thank you all, and special thanks to the members of the Board of Supervisors of Election, who are a wonderful group of people to work with, and I look forward to continuing in that role. Thank you.
Mark. Thank you so much for joining us today for I Heart Mount Airy. I understand that you're going to be bringing some pickleball to town as part of Love Your Park Week. Do you mind giving us a little history on pickleball and maybe how popular it has become?
Yeah, sure. So the story goes that pickleball was invented in Bainbridge Island off the coast of Seattle in 1964, 1965 time frame, and it kind of gained popularity slowly over the years, but in the past like 15 years, it's really taken off across the country, and in this area in particular, it started about 10 or 12 years ago in northern Carroll County, and it has just blossomed across Maryland. There are so many people playing now. It is amazing, and I teach a lot, and I see my classes are usually filled up, sometimes within minutes of registration opening, and pickleball has become the fastest growing sport several years in a row now. Year over year growth of around 40%. And in this area, it's probably even higher because it's newer here than in some other states like Florida and California and Arizona. So everybody can play. It's a wonderful, great way to get exercise and meet people. It is, and have so much fun.
Now, are you finding that pickleball is a sport for all ages?
Yes, it is, and now more children are getting involved because AAU is now putting some funds into the sport, and when AAU gets into the sport, Amateur Athletic Union, that is big for kids. So any kid can play. Anybody. My oldest student is 89 years old, so pretty much anybody can play. It's a really amazing sport.
So you said you've been teaching. How long have you been teaching?
So I've been teaching. I'm certified by Professional Pickleball Registry at the highest level in the sport, which is the pro level, and I've been teaching for about close to 2 years now. And I have contracts with Howard County Parks and Recs, where I teach lessons. I now have 5 different skill level lessons, and I also have designed my own clinics, specialized clinics on specific topics of the game. So I have 10 of those that I run through Howard County Parks and Recs, and also on the side. And through those little over 2 years, I've had about close to 900 different students now in Howard County, Carroll County, Montgomery County, and they even come from Pennsylvania sometimes to take some of my classes. The sport is just exploding, and it's wonderful.
That's amazing. What do you think is the number one reason the sport has gained so much popularity? Is it the court size or the paddles or just the uniqueness of the game? Is there anything that you think really has catapulted this to be such a trend? Or I don't even know if it's a trend because I think it's sticking around.
Yeah, I don't think it's a trend. And the reason is because the younger people are getting highly involved now. A lot of the pro players are, in their 20s and 30s. And like I said, when the AAU comes in, and which they are now, they're going to really boost the interest for kids. And that's I think the best thing is that the court is reasonably small, and children can play. I think it's much easier for them to learn pickleball than it is some other sports, because the court is smaller. The paddle is very lightweight and small. On the other end of that, for adults, the court is smaller than some other sports like tennis or basketball, for instance, or soccer. And you can go out there and and learn the game relatively quickly and be out there playing and enjoying having fun. The one thing too is the social part of this. A lot of people come to play pickleball. Again, the court is small. There's usually 4 people on the court playing, and it's just a lot of fun just to get to meet people and play. And then, of course, if you want to be competitive, there are plenty of opportunities to go into tournaments and leagues if you really want to have that competitive juices. So you can do this socially, or you can do it competitive, and it's relatively easy to learn. So you can just almost play in a couple hours after you've been instructed on some of the basic rules.
I will say I've taken Pickleball 101 twice. I am
Yeah.
not a sports person. I'm the town naturalist. So I'm normally hiking in the woods, not playing games. And it was a lot of fun. It was
Yeah.
a lot. I think it's one of the few sports that I've tried that I could actually play. So it is a lot of fun.
That's a great point, because I get students that are have never played a sport before, have never maybe even hit a ball before, men and women, and they come in this sport, and within a few hours they're having fun, hitting the ball around, enjoying themselves, getting some exercise mentally and physically. It's just great for so many reasons.
Do you think on the competitive side that we're going to see pickleball, say, at the Olympics, or as something that high schools or middle schools might start offering as a rec option, kind of like lacrosse or baseball or softball?
Yes, that's so there's talk about the Olympics as an exhibition sport in 2028 Olympics. I don't know if that's going to happen, but there's talk about that. As far as there's 2 pro leagues right now, pro tours for pro players. Like I said, AAU's coming in, so there's going to be, in time, there's going to be plenty of options for children, youth to play this game competitively. Many of the middle schools even in this area are starting to incorporate pickleball into their curriculum. I believe Mount Hebron High School in Howard County has some pickleball line courts now on their tennis courts outside. I believe they're starting to play at the high school level. So I've heard that some Frederick County middle schools are teaching pickleball in their gyms. In Howard County, we have put on an exhibition for the 73 or 74 public high schools in Howard County, elementary, middle, and high school, to teach their gym teachers how to play pickleball. And we've donated through Howard County Pickleball Association, which I'm a member of. We've donated equipment to their school systems, and we've heard that some of them at the middle school level are starting to use them again in their curriculum. So it's growing.
That's really exciting. And you have the teachers teaching the teachers, so it can
Yes.
really roll out. That's really cool. Wow. Well, I'm so excited that you're going to be joining us for Love Your Park Week. Do you want to go over just a quick overview of what you might be running our students through if they want to come out for that event?
Yeah, sure. We'll be, this is open for anyone, and it'll be basic pickleball rules, the movement of the game, and the rules of the game, the movement of the game. We're going to assume that it's doubles play, so there'd be 4 people on a court at a time. People do play singles as well, but more and more people play doubles. So we're going to assume doubles, go over the rules, go over the movement of the game, and then I'll go teach people how to serve, which is kind of unique, which is fun. And then we'll go over scoring, and depending on how many people we have, we might even get to start playing an actual game.
I can't wait. Well, hopefully the weather is going to turn to spring for us instead of the spring, winter mix we've been stuck in, and we can
Yeah.
all get outside and start playing. I will say though, our pickleball courts all winter, on the coldest mornings that I didn't even want to walk my dog, people were out there playing. So it is definitely a sport that people are really passionate about in town. So that it's great to see that.
Yes, I love to see the courts around the local area. I live in Carroll County, not far from Mount Airy, and it's great to see the local areas now getting more pickleball courts and people coming out and really having fun.
Well, thank you, Mr. Austin. It was great for you to join us today for iHeart, and we look forward to seeing you at Love Your Park Week for the Pickleball 101, and I think we'll be seeing you this summer as well. That's just a teaser. There'll be more to follow on pickleball in Mount Airy.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Hi guys, I'm Chef Mike at the Twin Arch Tavern.
Hey Chef Mike, thanks for letting us back in the kitchen today.
No problem.
So what is special about your restaurant?
Special about our restaurant, we do a lot of things from scratch. We don't just buy stuff and serve it. We make everything house made, put a lot of effort, time into it. Shows in the food, shows in the quality. Really comes through and everything.
And what will you be serving for Restaurant Week?
For Restaurant Week, we're doing some of our classics for lunch. We're doing our Reuben sandwich, which is our house roasted corned beef. People love it. It's the most popular dish on our menu. To cater to the vegans in the area, we're making vegan crab cakes using zucchini, vegan mayo. They've been very popular before. We've done them before. People seem to really like them, so we're bringing them back. And then we're doing some other tavern classics.
And why should people eat out at the Restaurant Week?
People should eat out at Restaurant Week. It gives you a good chance to try new places, support small business, and just go try new things. You can get sample. You can try different things that you might not normally try. It gives you a variety.
And what is a menu item that you are proud of?
Menu item that I'm proud of, probably one of our more popular things are crab cakes. People seem to love them. People come around for them. We make them in fresh. We make them every day. And they're just one of our more popular items right now.
And why is Restaurant Week different than any other week?
Restaurant Week, it's different because it gets more people out. It gets people try different restaurants, maybe somewhere you might not normally go. And it just allows you to try new things.
And what do you love about Mount Airy?
What I love about Mount Airy, I'd have to say that it's a very close-knit community. Everyone helps each other out. It's just very homely feeling.
Thank you so much.
Hi, see you at Restaurant Week.
All right, folks, that's it for iHeart this month. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next month.